Hi everyone, Dorota Nail, international nail artist and educator here. And today in this video I will show you how to do a beautiful nail art. Have we previewed in here? This technique is amazing, and I love to create those marble nails. They always look fantastic. I hope you really enjoyed it too. So let's start. So we are gonna use the 273 and 274 gel polishes. Of course, some Aurora chrome. You will need also the D-liner brush and then some gel paint and black. And on the first finger, I'm gonna go really random. So I actually gonna use the form as well later on for some ombre technique. And we are gonna go pretty random in here. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating a marble on the side with those pinks, purples, and you can either drop them like one on top of another, or you could just do it on the side like I do it and then mix it so slightly, and then white just so it's not too strong. And it's good if you keep the same kind of color through the entire set. Okay, I've got my ombre brush, and they are great because they are so messy, and that it is very easy to create those kind of marble look with it. You can help yourself if you wish to with some base gel or like even a top coat. I'm quite confident on doing those designs, and I usually just wiggle with the brush. I don't want to add an extra thickness into my design, so I'm just kind of doing it without of any other help, just mixing the colors like this. Blooming gel would be very useful with this technique as well. As I say, it does works quite well for me. Okay, and then I'm leaving those space empty, so later on we can stick some gems into it. Let's cook it. And then on the middle finger, I'm just gonna, is it middle finger? Yes, this one could be chrome. So on those two, we are gonna create some marble as well. I'm gonna do it slightly different. So we will go more into the sides maybe. So re-pick up those colors again. And marble is such an easy and fantastic way to achieve really nice nail art results. Okay, so I'm just picking up those colors, and then should we go on the sides? Yes, why not do it on the sides? And then we can add some, okay, I've got nice idea. So we're going on the side again. I'm kind of wiggling with my brush a little bit. Sometimes I will go with the side if I feel like I'm missing some color. And then I can just touch up this place. Happy with this one. So that's a middle finger. And then on the pinky, I will just go opposite direction. So here we are. And with this marble, like actually Patrick was doing this marble set as well. He's a cameraman, but he finds that this technique actually works for him quite well too. You can go back and check that video. It was so much fun. Okay, then on those nails, I want to play with some ombre. And again, I've got some hacks, tips and tricks for the nice ombre. So I want to do, again, I will be swapping the colors. So the brighter pink on the top, and then on the other nail will be going on the bottom. And then let's grab some purple, and paint the other part of the tip. We could, with this technique, you could also do like an ombre in 5, 10 colors, whichever you can squeeze really on your nail. So it is an absolute way to go for doing the ombre. You want to grab some sponges. And I'm just always cutting my sponge into smaller pieces. Like I like to, you know, reuse the things. So I will get like from one sponge, I will get like so many small ones. There we are. And then I'm gonna have another one in here. I could cut this one into halves as well. To clean the fluff and make your application nice and smooth, I'm using the back of the form, and this is actually a great way to
to remove any fluffs which might be on it. So grab your sponge and then remove any fluff, like empty spaces on the sponge. It is also really handy to use the tweezer, or you can do it with your fingers, but try to don't touch the gel polish. You don't want to be playing for the actually I will use the tweezer just to show you more proper way of doing the things. So you want to tap it on the nail, and as you can see, the sponge absorbs the product. That's the downside of using this technique, but you can really easy sort that issue by applying clear acrylic powder, which will make your application much more pigmented. Okay, so I'm just blending the top part as well. So I'm really not concentrating on bringing in lots of colors. What I'm concentrating on is to have a really nice blending. Let's do it on the other one. And I cannot wait because it will look insane with the chrome over it. Like I cannot really wait to show you the ombre under the chrome. Like I think this is my favorite way of doing the ombre with the chrome. They always looks unbelievable. And you don't have to have so much pigmentation, like, you know, depending on the results, that looks pretty nice too. But let's do the hack. So we want to grab the clear acrylic powder and then sprinkle over it. Don't worry about the texture, like as long as you don't have mess and fluff on your tip, once we apply the top coat, things are really nice and smooth. So I'm just gonna cure this one and then apply it again. And depending on how pigmented you want your design, usually one layer of the acrylic powder is enough to get the look nice. Okay, let's grab the other tips. And now I've got kind of dilemma. Should we stick some chrome over it as well? Why not, actually? Why not? Yes, let's do chrome over it as well, just so we've got some nice connection of the things. To apply the chrome, we want to apply High Shine No Wipe top coat. And when you do so, make sure you do it nice and even. Or actually, we could do chrome only on some spaces. I will need to think about it. Okay, let's cure it. The curing time is depending on the product you're using and depending on the lamp you're using, anything from 30 to 60 seconds. I usually cure my top coat 60 seconds for a chrome, and that works magic for me. But again, like different products might have less or more of those inhibition layer. Yes, the no wipe top coats have some inhibition layer as well. That's why the chrome sticks in. We don't feel them because it's almost like nothing there. You cannot feel it, but it is there. That's why the chrome sticks to it. Okay, cure it and grab my chrome tips. So my chrome tips are here, and I'm just gonna do another layer of the colors. So this purple one, and quite often I would do it like this on the client as well. So they would have their hand and I would just slap the colors on because you can then blend it with the sponge. And they are parts of the sponge which are completely clear and don't have any product, and that's the parts which you're using to touch the client nail folds. Okay, so if I would be doing it, and I do show lots of tutorials like this on the actual salon as well, don't want to touch it with my, but this side is clean, so you can easily touch it, your nail folds, with this side of the sponge because the product is there. So you can go at that angle, like, and you would transfer the gel polish there. I don't want to do it, obviously. I don't want to mess up my already messy nails, actually. I really love this set, and this one is just a redone because I wanted to paint them underneath, like when my natural nails are too long. I just don't like it. But anyway, let's grab the sponge again, and you can see it already transfers some ombre even here. So the sponge still has lots of product. That's why sometimes a spot of the gel polish is perfectly enough to get your results right. Okay, and what the acrylic does, as you can see it prevents your sponge from drinking that gel polish. It's kind of more gel polish sticks into the nail than to the sponge, and then you keep blending. So you cannot blend only that way, you have to blend all direction. So I'm going up and down as well, and look what is happening by going up and down. You can really achieve a nice blending on two colors. I love this one, and I would say it's a really, really nice ombre. You can also see it, the kind of texture is not as noticeable as it was before. Okay, swap my colors. And yes, you can do it also on very short nails. Again, there is lots of tutorials when I'm showing it on the short nails. So this side, touch the cuticle, the nail folds, and then you're playing product there. So you can go really close to the edges using this technique. Like, just make sure the sides of your sponge are clean. Okay, I quite like this brighter one, so I'm lowering it, and you can see it. It's nicely blending. Again, like with every technique, if I will be playing longer with it, I will get even better results. The shorter you play with some technique, not as fantastic results you will achieve. But I have to kind of always in the videos, I'm trying to find a happy medium. So you know, you don't want to me watching like and doing an ombre for 3 hours just to make sure it's like a perfect one. Now, chrome. Okay, so we've got Aurora chrome in here, and I like to put it on the lid. No, actually, I didn't have to with this one because it's an empty. I don't know, it's just the way I'm used to it. And I've got dilemma because one side of me screams like put it all over, and the other side of me screams put it either only on the marble or only on the white one. What would you do, Patrick? You have no clue. Okay, you don't know. No. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is so pretty already. I love it. I will do it on all. I will do it on all. Absolutely. Yay. Okay, so we are doing the chrome on all of them, and then we will decorate it further. Chrome in here. That's so pretty. It just shows you by adding the chrome, you can create so amazing nail art. I actually love the chrome over the marble. Why I didn't do it before? I love that. Such a simple way of achieving a nice design. Because all we need to do now is either add a tiny bit of the gold transfer foil or a couple gems to finish that look. I would say very easy, quick, an absolutely sound-friendly design. Okay, let's apply the top coat over those ones so we can chrome it as well. And again, like make sure there is no flaps because chrome works like a magnifying mirror and shows any imperfection. I am happy with it. Yes, I am. Let's cure it. Again, 60 seconds cure. And you can also see it by applying the top coat. The texture of this ombre nail has changed as well. It's nice and smooth. And I done it on 2 layers. Sometimes I might do 3 layers and sometimes I might do 1 layer. It's really depending on the results you want to achieve. Like make sure the top coat is everywhere. Let's cure it. There we are. This one should be ready. Oh no, it's not ready. Far too soon. Okay, on this part I'm gonna grab some... Do I want some gold? Yes, I want. The gold is screaming to me. Okay, we are gonna add some gold. And what is fantastic, because I already applied the top coat, I don't have to bath or I don't have to do anything. I can straight away use do some gold transfer foil here. What I did grab, guys, is a transfer foil gel and clear, which is invisible when you're painting, and but it's fantastic one. Like it takes foil so well. So I added also the black gel. It has the ability to adhere the foil as well. But it's more precise. So for like very delicate work, and if I'm really trying to create the most amazing piece of jewels or something, I would use the black one. But you have to be very specific and very precise for it. And salon environment, oh, I'm terrible with this word. And salon and salon space. And salon space, there is no time sometimes to play so long with the design and to be so precise, or client might touch it or might remove the hand and then put it back in. I do prefer using the clear one, like this way, like clear one mixed with the black one, because that gives me awesome results. First of all, I can see it what I'm painting, and then it adheres amazing as well. Okay, so here we are gonna do like a line, and I'm already liking that line. We can also do like you want your brush really nice and thin, and we can run through a couple of the veins, not too much, like you don't want to overdo it, just here and there. And I could add some geometric twist to it, so I'm just gonna do wee triangle there and then cure it. Okay, so this tip is cooking. Patrick, would you mind to pass me the gold foil, please? It's just in a basket. That is fantastic, thank you. Then on this one, I want to go outside the marble we create. And this is always my favorite way of outlining the marble. Like, I feel like it's always so, so nice and pretty. Just a wee wiggles. Okay, this tip is ready, and we can transfer a first part of the transfer foil. It's gonna be actually really pretty set of the nails. I need to show you more on those like press-on tips, because that's exactly the same way you would work it on the clients. So it is a really cool way of showing you some designs. Okay, the foil is there on this one. Then we are gonna do it here as well. I love the combination of it, like so pretty. And I think this one is really rich, and we shouldn't be doing anything else on it. Same in here, I will probably just do those gold and that's it, because it's so shiny and sparkly. Okay, maybe a couple of gems. There is never too much gems. Nice and wiggly. Nice and wiggly. And cure it. And then on this ones, I will do definitely some crystals application. And again, I will do triangle there. And then triangle here. Maybe this one is going to be colored in. So lots of gold foil. And maybe, why not? Let's do one more. So line in here and line in there. Let's cook it, get those transfer foil in, and then we can move on with the black detail and some gems, like definitely some gems. I want some gems. Transfer it. And obviously foil is only transferring to the gel, doesn't transfer to the other places, because we've got chrome there, which is applied over the no wipe top coat. I'm gonna give you a tip as well. So if I would be doing this on the client, another thing I would do it is I would scratch the free edge, because the top coat is so shiny, and we are gonna apply another top coat over it to protect our design. It can cause the chrome to chip, like actually not the chrome, the top coat to chip, and that's allowed the chrome to come off. You can scratch it, or you can even apply universal air bond at the free edge. That will prevent the chipping as well, because your top coat is gonna stick in well. So basically the gels are always sticking in either to the rough or sticky surface. Remember that, and then that will always solve any issues you've got. Okay, black. So I'm just gonna clean my brush and then grab the black. Just a scoop of it. Ideally, I would prefer to paint that even with the acrylic paint, which will be so sharp like results. This is a question I get asked quite a lot. Why do you use acrylic paints for some things? Acrylic paints can produce more sharp and more precise results than the gel polish or the gel. Like, of course, you can paint really thin with the gels as well, but I think you can paint even thinner with the acrylic paints, like, absolutely. Let me just clean my hands. You don't want to expose yourself to the products. And then decorate it. So, I quite like this gem in here. The gold one looks awesome. I'm just gonna add another line. Also, I hope I'm pleasing. Actually, someone left a comment, can you do some abstract nail art which doesn't involve any leaves or things which are in the natural, because you're always painting flowers? No, maybe I mix it two comments together, but yes, this is a kind of abstract nail art, and I quite like it as well, doing those kind of things. I used to struggle with lines a lot until I got my D-liner brush. So that's make your life definitely much easier, especially for a line work. I think my soul is closer to the flowers as well. Like, I love all those gardening and things, and I just love painting flowers. Very relaxing for me. But I do love the look of like geometric nail art as well. Like, absolutely, I do love that look too. And maybe a wee line there. No, make it delicate, Dorota. Leave it. Sometimes less is more. Crystals will solve the trouble. Okay, now here I'm just gonna do outline in black. So nice and thin. Actually, I like, the more I look at this set, the more I love it. Black. Let's do another one, nice and thin. This one is too thin, so I had to just add it on. And then let's cook it. Triangles are nice. Okay, we've got some triangles here. And this one is very ugly. So fix it with the black. I think it's the way the light reflect on it. So what I did with this one, I did paint it a little bit over the gold because one side was too thick. The line was very wonky. And I'm trying to straighten it as much as I can. So, you know, sometimes the mistakes do happen again, and it's all depending how we're fixing them. Now here I quite like the inside. I don't like this part. So do the line in here. I don't like the outer side of the triangle. So let's sharpen them up. Okay, I'm happy with this one. To connect the design to the previous designs, do a line in here. And then just thicken it up. Sometimes I'm scared to do the right thickness straight away, so I might paint it a little bit thinner and then touch it up. Okay, that is better. Let's cook it. Okay, so time to keep finishing it off. And I do like this one, and I think I will just keep it the way it is. To be honest, you could use actually again this set to create two completely different sets for a client. So one would include like the marble, like we did it in here. You could do it on all of them, takes a really short time. Or you could just paint some nails with marble, some nails just plain color, or do a French even, and then decorate the two nails that way. So that's one set, and the other set could be a ombre with the chrome and aurora. The chrome and ombre and aurora, yeah. Oh gosh, aurora is a chrome. Okay, this one's already the gems I meant to say. And now we are gonna decorate that with some crystals. I love crystals. For crystals application, of course, we want to use some base gel, and it works magic. Like, I am really surprised how well it works. Like, and I tested it so many times. Like, it is just perfect. And the gems, some large and some smaller ones. Old brush or something which you don't care as much about. And then on this one, okay, so on this one, oh no, I had some transfer foil here. It was just a very thin veins here with the transfer foil. You can see, guys, like we have cooked this tip so many times, probably touched it as well, and some transfer foil did transfer, which is great. Okay, now gems. So, there we are. That will be just a perfect one. And here, couple more on the sides. A bit smaller. And then even smaller. Okay, touch them up so they look good. Cook it. Oh no, I did touch it in the lamp. It was probably not in a camera. And then gems in here. So I quite like a single one in there. And I think it would be nice to put a line of the gems in here. So the line of the gems, you don't want to go too thick. Like if you do go too thick, the things wouldn't look as nice. So I'm just picking up the, maybe not the smallest ones. So I'm gonna do the smallest ones just on the edges to don't make the nail look bulky. And then the slightly bigger ones. Caviar beads would work a magic for it as well. Let me just shake that up. Crystals applications are always so time consuming. So I'm also making sure like I've got kind of even gaps. Not enough base gel, and if you have not enough base gel, the gem will come off, and also it wouldn't stick in. Okay, last one. Now let me comb them. One too much. We have lost the battery in the phone, so yeah, once they're ready, let's cure them. And then decorate this one. I want a tiny bit more. So I want the line of the gems. And I want some single gem and one in the middle. Again, I'm picking up the, not the large one, like I want them to be quite nice and small. Just the middle one to be larger. You could actually just do this line only with the gems, that will look cool as well. Okay, not enough. And the last one, again, to be smaller, just because like on the edges, I never like to add too big gems, because they can add a bit of bulk into the look. Perfect, cure it. On this one, let me see what we produced on the other one. This one is ready. I can place it in a second. In this one, okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna keep similar kind of look. I love this gold, so very small crystal there. And then I'm just gonna go a bit smaller as well on this one. Just a single one over gold. And maybe 3 here. 1, 2. Yeah, just leave it 3 and cook it. Apply the top coat over it. Now I try to don't apply the top coat over the crystals. I like when the cut is showing through them, and you can either use the brush from the bottle and kind of play around it, or you could use a small brush to be more precise. Like, you know, sometimes I apply too many crystals or too close to the cuticle, and it wouldn't be possible for me to work with the big brush. I would swap just for a small one. The crystals which are on the edges, I would probably top coat them because they are not as visible anyway. And it's a small amount of the top coat which wouldn't lose the cut of the crystal. And remember, if you're doing it on the client, you would just touch up the free edge with the file or touch up with the universal air bond to get a better top coat adhesion. Top coat here and top coat there, and then I can show you the full set. I think it will actually look pretty cool on the nails, and I might actually stick that into my nail just to see it. because things look always different. And they look also different on my thumbnail pictures. I need to do the tutorial on how I'm taking the picture as well, more advice for you guys. There is one already which is quite popular, but I think we should record more. I do love taking the pictures outside, like in the daylight, not artificial light, and those tips will look different. And the lighting which we use in here, which we've got a lot, like I've got 4, 5 lights on, which are 3 ring lights just above my table, and the desk light plus a ceiling light. So that's quite a lot of lighting here. And the one outside looks completely different, especially for the aurora chrome. It looks different depending on the lighting. Like sometimes it will reflect more pink, more green, depending on where you are. And my clients love that as well. They say they never bored of the nails when there is a chrome over it. Okay, so we've got the middle finger, which can go in there. Then we've got the pinky. I'm using a blue tack to stick those nails in, and for the picture purpose, like I do not wear the press-on nails myself. For a picture purpose, I would just clean up the edges of those nails and use blue tack to stick them into my natural nail, and I'm gonna show you that here as well. So this nail is ready too, and this one is ready too. That is the ring finger, really nice and pretty. Ring finger, I love them so much. So miss it. Definitely miss it. Okay, and the thumbnail, so I'm just gonna stick that in to show you how it will look on the actual client nails. I would use a drop of the blue tack, like the smaller the better. And then I would just stick that in like this. And that's the results. It's really nice and pretty. And then see them all together. I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed this very effective but easy. I really love them. Like, I really love how they turn it out, and I will be doing more of this. Definitely. Look, we've got some different light shifting here, different light there. Absolutely amazing. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs and see you in the next one. Bye.